guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do this makeup look that I am wearing here. I thought it was a nice kind of transition from summer to fall. That's kind of what inspired it. The eyeshadow is very fall, but the rest is still staying a little bit summery. So my next makeup tutorial I think is going to be fully fall inspired, so I wanted to kind of bridge the gap there. I hope you enjoy the video. Let's get right on into the tutorial. First, to prime the face, I'm going to use my favorite Buxom Divine Goddess Luminizer. This is actually just like a body or face luminizer. I just like to put it all over the face before I do my makeup. Now just for the T-zone area, I'm using some of the Cover FX Mattifying Primer. I still have a little bit of a sample left. And I just take a teeny tiny little bit and just put that right here on the nose where I tend to get oily. This is really the only spot I get oily. I don't even really get oily here or here. So I just put it right here. For foundation, I'm using my favorite combination, the Born This Way foundation by Too Faced and the LA Girl Pro Coverage HD Long Wear Illuminating Foundation. I'm using two darker shades today than I normally would because I did self-tan just yesterday. So I'm using light beige in the Too Faced and I'm using natural in the LA Girl. I'll do one pump of each on the back of my hand and that will be enough to cover my entire face. I talk about this a lot on my channel, but I just love mixing foundations. The Born This Way foundation from Too Faced is really good coverage and lasts a long time but can be drying, and the LA Girl is super luminous, super hydrating, but almost oily. So putting the two together is like my face's perfect combination. For concealer, I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in Light Sand. This week I had 3 separate people ask me what under eye concealer I had on, and it was always this because I only ever wear this really. It just absolutely transforms your under eye. Get it in a few shades lighter than your actual skin tone. You can see this is quite light for my skin tone, but it really brightens everything up. It's truly a really good product, and don't let the price scare you. I think it's something like $22, but you get double the product in this than you would in a drugstore concealer. I compared this with the L'Oreal Pro Glow, the Maybelline. They all have about an ounce. This has 2 ounces. So if you cut that price in half, it's like 10 bucks, which is what you would pay for a drugstore concealer anyway. I take whatever is left on my sponge onto my lids to prime them. I don't ever use eyeshadow primer either. I always use the Tarte Shape Tape. So if you are a eyeshadow primer user, the Tarte Shape Tape's just as good, so there's another money saver. I'm going to set underneath the eyes. This might also have something to do with the brightening effect, I think. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder. This is a newer product, so I've only been using this a few weeks, but I've been using it ever since the first time I tried it because it's that good and it's drugstore. So I just take some on the sponge and push in here, and I'm going to leave this under my eyes while we do eyeshadow. So I'm going to take a pause on the rest of the face, finish that up after eyeshadow. I like to do that because if I get any fallout, which I probably won't, the eyeshadow palette I'm going to be using doesn't have a ton of fallout, but just to be safe, if I get any, I can then just swipe away that under eye setting powder. I am going to just very lightly take whatever's left and set the T-zone, but nothing intense. Before I do eyeshadow though, I need to do my brows, and you guys know the drill. I use the L'Oreal Brow Stylist and the L'Oreal Brow Plumper. I'm going to do these quickly off camera and get right back to it. Okay, and for eyeshadow today, I'm going to use the Jaclyn Hill palette. It's been quite a few tutorials since I've used this, so I thought I could reintroduce it again. I really want to play with more of the orange shades. I just am really feeling the fall vibes, so that's what I want to do today.
Hi, honey. Hello. I'm just filming a tutorial.
I'm going to first go in with Silk Cream. Love this shade for transition. Just really warms up the crease and will be a nice base for the gradient that we'll want to make once we get into some darker colors. Next, I want to go in with this shade here. I love, love, love this shade, and that's called Pukey. Love it. Oh, it looks so good in the crease. Really, really warm. Perfect for fall. Before I start getting too high up, I want to do my brow bone highlight sort of deal. So I'm going to use this light shade, and this will just help me define basically where my eyebrows are and help me create a good shape. Sometimes I go up a little too far with my crease shades, so I've been liking to go in and doing this more towards the middle instead of at the very end. I might touch it up at the end and add more, but I like to do it before I go in with the darkest shades because it helps me just stay low. For deepening up the crease, I'm taking more of a definer. I don't know if you can tell, it's kind of fluffy right now, but it's a tapered blending brush. And I'm gonna go into this shade here, which is called Hunts. I'm gonna really make sure to stay low and right in the socket of the eye. I'm gonna go in with my bigger brush and go into Hunts. That's better. I'm going to take more of Hunts, but on a flat side of this brush, really get it on there, and then just place on the outer portion of the eye, like that. Such a pretty, like, brick red color. I'm bringing a little more of that red up into the crease again. And then I'm going to go back in with my bigger, fluffy brush and go into Silk Cream again. Just to go on the edges here and make sure we still have that gradient effect, no harsh lines. I want to be able to see those light brown colors at the very edge, kind of like a haze. Okay, now for the inner portion of the lid, I'm going to take some sort of shimmery shade. I have not decided yet which one. I think I want to take this one right here. This is called Hilster. I'm gonna take it on that same flat brush I used for the brow bone. Pretty. Just blending that together with my crease brush to make sure that's all blended. I'm liking where this is going. I do want to add a little bit of a pop of something bright and gold in the center. I'm thinking that this shade would be really, really pretty. This is called Queen. I'm just going to take a little on my pinky finger, so pretty, and just pop it on the center of the lid, and then just work it with a bare finger so it's blended, not like a splotch. Yeah, I like that. I really should have zoomed you guys in closer so you could see this. I'm sorry. I let you down. I need to swipe away this under eye setting powder, and then we can do the lower lash line. I'm going to use a kind of like angled eyeliner brush, this one here from Real Techniques, and first I'm going to take this matte shade that we used in the crease that's called Hunts, and just very tightly line here, and I do always kind of connect it to the top. I'm not going to take it all the way in to the tear duct, I'm gonna do something different there. I'm gonna take my blending brush that I've been using and just blend this all, diffuse it so it's not so harsh. Then for this portion of the lower lash line, I'm gonna go back into the gold shade that's called Queen and really kind of pack that right there. It'll tie the lower lash line to the top. Next, what I'm going to do is just line the lash line. I'm not going to do a wing or anything, but I just want to line the lash line so that when I go to apply false lashes, it's completely like concealed. You can't see anything, and it does thicken up the lashes a little bit, so that's why I'm going to do it. This is the L'Oreal Super Slim 12-Hour Infallible Felt Tip Black Eyeliner. Next, I'm going to apply mascara, and I'm using the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise, and I'm going to also apply some falsies. I was so excited to be sent some false lashes from the company Eileen. This video is not sponsored or anything, but I just wanted to mention them because I'm going to be using a pair, but I'm just not sure which one yet. This pack reminds me of the Demi Wispies from Ardell. I don't think I want to use those. And then these are super natural and these are super dramatic, and I think I'm gonna go for these dramatic ones. These also really remind me, if you can see, they really remind me of the Ardell 600 Cluster Wispy Lash that I absolutely love. So I'm super excited to try these. I'm going to be using black duo glue to apply. As you guys know, I get the glue on there first, let it dry for a little bit, and while that's happening, I apply a coat of mascara. So I'm going to do that if I can open these puppies. So here's another look at them. Really pretty, super excited to try. While that dries, I'm going to do my little mascara trick because I can't just sit there and watch glue dry, you know. So I do a coat of mascara the normal way, but then I also go on top and kind of pull the lashes straight out. This makes the entryway for the lashes and the lash band to stick onto the lid a lot easier. Once they're set down and fully dry, I'll push my own lashes back up with the mascara. I'm obsessed. I love these. I don't think I even mentioned the style. These are the Single and Ready to Mingle 15, 12, 16 is the code on these lashes. I'll find them and link them down below for you. I'm obsessed. I love them. They're a little more like out here than the Cluster Wispies, which are more like, and these are more like, you know what I mean? I also added mascara on my lower lashes. Now I do want to tight line with, that's not it. I do want to tight line with the Sephora 12-Hour Wear. This is like a coal black eyeliner. So I'm just going to do this on the top here. I think I'm going to do it on the bottom as well. To make sure that that doesn't go anywhere, you just stamp it. I'm going to use the eyeliner brush, stamp it with any dark powder, and that will make it last a lot longer. Okay, now we just need to finish off the face. I'm going to bronze with the Too Faced Beach Bunny Bronzer and my Real Techniques sculpting brush. So I'm going to do this kind of like this. I'm not going to really contour. I mean, I am going in this area, but I'm being pretty sloppy about it. Nothing super defined. I love a good forehead bronze, so don't judge me. My forehead's gonna be very dark. I'm gonna do a little bit of a nose contour with this stuff. I'm gonna stick in the darker area and just very lightly, and I say lightly, and look at that, I'm gonna have to swipe it away, but I stay more towards the tip and then go up from there like that. And then I take my big fluffy brush and just blend that out. And then for blush, I'm using the e.l.f. blush palette. I wanted to do something a little unexpected. I don't know how much you'll even notice, but generally when I do an orange or like warm looking eye, I'll also do kind of like a peach blush, just kind of playing it safe. But I wanted to try doing it with this kind of bright fuchsia pink blush. I'm not gonna put a lot on, but I just think it'll be like a little different. I don't know. I just think that I like that. I don't know. And a little on the nose, of course. For setting spray, I'm still using this Milani Make It Dewy setting spray, and I'm liking it. I don't think I like it as much as the NYX Dewy Finish, but I'll probably go through this bottle and then go pick up the next one again. Flat side of the sponge to just lock in the setting spray, set down the powders. And then for highlight, I grabbed my handy dandy notebook, my Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit, and I'm going to use this shade here. It's my favorite in the palette. I would buy this as a single. This is the summer one. If they had it as a single, it's like my absolute favorite. I barely even touch the other ones in the palette, but it was worth it to buy it just for this shade, in my opinion. I absolutely love it. It's so golden without being too dark. A lot of the gold highlights on the market are just too dark in tone for me and show up weird. A little nose highlight, or a lot. Cupid's bow. And va-va-boom. Last thing is lips, and I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to use my little stub. These are like $1. I really couldn't just go buy another one. I don't know. I really should. But this is the Natural Lip Liner by NYX, and I'm just gonna line my lips and throw a lipstick over top. To be determined. I have no idea what color. So there's the lip liner. I can't decide if I'm going to do this Too Faced Melted Matte liquid lipstick in Child Star or just a gloss or both. Let's start with the liquid lipstick and see how we feel. I'm just gonna leave it with that. I really like that shade. Ooh, inner corner highlight, yo! What the heck? How did I almost forget that? I'm gonna go in with the shade I used on my brow bone, and then we'll be complete. Oh yeah, come on. Hands down, best part of this Jaclyn Hill palette are those two light shades. Best inner corner highlights on the market. Okay guys, this is the finished makeup look. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!